again, this is Marissa. I am a math specialist at an elementary school in New York City, and I have been using the Intooba construction kit for about 3 years now. I thought I would take the time to just explain to you what you'll find in the box and the many uses that you can utilize it for in your classroom. So first of all, this is a manipulative to use across all grades and content areas. You could use it for math, for engineering, for art, and it's a really great collaborative learning tool. You could use it for science, and believe it or not, you could even use it for language arts. We have. Inside of the box, it comes with all of these manipulatives. So you have orange rods, yellow, purple, red, and green rods that are all different sizes. You also have blue rods that are the same size as the orange rods, but they're bendy. And then you have two types of connectors. You have a right angle connector, right, that's kind of like a square. And then you have a hexagonal connector. You have a hexagonal connector where you can make different shapes that require either 60-degree angles or 180-degree angles or 120-degree angles or whatnot. And then you'll also find a fantastic curriculum tool. It comes with a whole lot of different lessons that are, some of the lessons are actually straightforward. You could use it just like that with an answer key. There's always an answer key on the back. And then in the back, you have just some creative uses of this manipulative, where you could start with a figure and ask the children all sorts of different questions. And they give, and the curriculum really comes with all of these ideas. So you could, of course, generate your own, but a lot of the work is already done for you. So throughout the last 3 years, I've used it. I mean, I've used it basically in math, and the main areas that I have seen that you could use it for is, I mean, clearly fractions. The makers of this company put a lot of thought into the size of each of the pieces, so that, like the purple piece, for example, is exactly half the size of the orange. The red is exactly half the size of the yellow. And for example, the yellow is 2/3 the size of the orange one. So you could just use it on a basic level to have the kids experiment and explore with it and figure out the fractional relationship between the pieces. But on a bit of a more creative and broader level for use with just addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of fractions, of decimals, to build an object and have the kids do calculations with, you know, given numbers, whether it be, you know, each yellow is worth 2/3, each purple is worth 1/4. If you have a rectangle with 2 purples and 2 yellows, what would the sum be? Or, I mean, the examples are really, truly endless. You could also use it for geometry by making 3-dimensional models. We've asked the children to figure out the area, the perimeter of objects around the room, and 3-dimensional objects as well. Again, integrating and spiraling through fractions and decimals, and even incorporating percents into that. We've used it for engineering. The classic example of the engineering of building a bridge. So we gave the children $1,000 to build a bridge that would be able to sustain a certain amount of weight, and each one of the pieces were worth a certain amount of money, and they needed to design their bridge using what they've already learned in class about engineering and objects being able to hold up weight. Most of the activities I do with the students are done in pairs, in teams of 4. Intooba lends itself to collaborative learning, and that, I feel like, in this day and age, is just really super important. So, you know, having the kids work together to build things, having the kids work together to solve problems, it's really, really great for that. And lastly, I do not want to minimize using this product for just free play, um, the buildings, the structures that the students created while using this product were absolutely amazing. Kids love building, and the fact that you have two different types of connectors and all these different size pieces and the bendy pieces gives so much room for creativity, whether you give the students boundaries that they need to create in, or you let them just, really create from their own imagination. This tool is just spectacular. And so 3 years in, we're still going, and we just love this tool here in our school. Thank you again for watching.